Hello walkers, and welcome back to City Walks, the channel where I walk you around and we discover things together, like this giant looking earthworm here. I thought it was a little snake at first, it's so big. It's probably 8 inches long. There's a couple of them out here because we've had a bunch of rain. But look at this, it's absolutely beautiful. The aspens are coming in. You've got some flowering bushes. I'm not sure what kind of bushes those are. But we are returning to a place we've been before, and I'm going to get into that in just a second. But I want to thank you guys for joining me here today. I'm going to flip you around. So hold on to your handrails there. 1, 2, 3. Hi there. My name is Henry. I will be your proxy walker today, your virtual travel guide, and your co-discoverer. I say that because, well, I like to explain that co-discover is the main thing there, in that a lot of these places that I go, I don't really know them. I'm not an expert at them, and I discover things as I go along. Read a Wikipedia article or something, maybe. Sometimes I'll have taken a tour from somebody else, but I like to share the little things that we find, and I talk with you along the way a little bit. I'm going to flip you around again. There we go. We are, as I said, no, I didn't say, we are at Suce Creek. We've been here before a few times. It's a local trail, and I'm going to show you a couple signs here because they're kind of important. One of the things we're going to be doing today, or I'm going to be doing anyway, is keeping a very keen sense of awareness for two types of animals. One are bears. There are grizzly and black bears here, and there are moose here as we start our little walk. Actually, I'm going to loop through the aspens a bit. I've definitely seen moose up here, and there's been at least one bear incident up here that I'll tell you about in just a second. Actually, I'll tell you right now, there was these two girls 10 or 15 years ago hiking up here. I think they're high school girls. And they were hiking along the trail, and a bear came out and charged them. And they did what they were supposed to do. They hunkered down, they put the hands on the back of their necks, backs up, about as protective as you can get, and the bear charged them. And oh, one thing I want to say is thank you to our Patreon supporters for joining us. I'll get back to the story in a second. For supporting this channel, there's a link in the description below. Your financial contribution may seem small to you, but to me it's a huge boost, both financially and for my spirits to keep this channel going. Sometimes when the numbers are down a little bit, it can be a little frustrating. But I do love creating these videos, no small part because I get to come out in this aspen grove, places like this, and just experience the beauty of it. Oh my gosh. It just gives my heart a thrill to be out in this and see the sun shining through these leaves. You can see them glistening with wet. We've had a few days of rain. And today we get a little stretch of sunlight and a little warmth and just brightness, spring growth. It's just wonderful. Ooh, look at these. I think these are going to be lupin. I recognize that leaf pattern. Beautiful, beautiful flowers and wildflowers. You can see in this little patch of area, this is Forest Service, and they had some picnic tables up here, and they've had other fire rings. Right now, I think there's just this one. They took another one out, but there used to be a picnic table here. But we like to come up here in the winter sometimes and have a fire and picnic with friends and hang out, and the kids can sled or tromp around or whatever. Oh, look at this. I am going to get back to that story about the bear, but I do want to tell you about, or show you anyway, this is just lovely. Oh, somebody's coming up the road. Heard him crossing the cattle grate. Sorry about this swooping motion. But I want to get going before we have company. Look at that view. Oh my gosh. It can be a long, long winter here, but then you get these chances to be outside. Even in the winter, we get outside. Spring's tough. I call it mud season. We call it mud season. You can see the mud on the trail here. And I'm going to keep an eye out for prints as well. In any case, these two girls, they were bluff charged several times. The bear apparently jumped over them several times. They think it was a grizzly. And then it went on its way. So nobody was hurt on that occasion. There have been a few people over the last 5 or 10 years in the region that have been attacked and or killed by bears. But really, I've got my bear spray, I'm making noise, and I'm being aware. And if you do that, the chances of encountering a bear are pretty slim to begin with, but of having a negative encounter are very low. Also, this is a fairly popular trail with dogs and people who make noise, and most of the time, bears want nothing to do with you. So, pretty safe, as long as you are aware. Look at this. The Forest Service has come in here, or somebody has, but that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at the ridgeline. But you can see some of the trimming. They've trimmed this back a little bit on both sides, which is nice. Was really compact and narrow, and this is the kind of area that you can surprise a bear, and that's really going to be when the danger happens. But the other thing I mentioned was moose, and moose can actually also be quite dangerous. They're massive, massive animals, and the cows especially will not tolerate dogs and or people getting near their calves. And they can be, here you go, a little warning sign. Here's the sign, trail sign. Anyway, they will come at you. Oh, there's one down there. Oh my gosh, look. Oh gosh, I can't get closer. It's a young one, looks like. See it moving? We're going to continue on our way, and I'm going to keep an eye on that, and I'll give you another look if we get closer, but I will be leery of it. I hope that I can zoom this in later to see it. Yeah, it's a young one. Oh, and there's its mom. Oh my gosh, I wish I had a better... there. You can see her looking at us. All right, so we're just gonna keep on the trail because we're a good long way away. Oh, look at there she is. They both are. Hi there. And we'll just let them know that we are not. Right in there. Let me see if I can get this to work. There we go. Right in that dark spot in the middle. And we will just let them have their morning browsing through the willows and snowberry bushes, etc. Oh, that's fun. And I talked about the danger, so you just want to make sure you don't surprise them or harass them or otherwise become a danger or make them think you're going to be a danger. So we'll just continue on our way. We're just going to keep going. Don't worry about us. Look at these beautiful aspens in here. They came in here and did some work a while ago. I'm still keeping an eye on those moves. And I can't remember if they thinned or did what, but they really exposed these aspen in here and gave them some light to thrive. There's been some issues with aspen die-offs, and they're trying to help these groves come back, or at least maintain themselves. And a lot of times they need light. All plants need light. But anyway, it's led to this little grove, and I think there's another one, whoops, excuse me, further along that we'll walk through as well. And I'm keeping an eye out. The aspen is one of the largest organisms on Earth. Largest mammal, of course, is the blue whale, but they send out these suckers or root system, and they're all connected, and they send up these other growths that are actually part of the same organism. Here's this other group of trees. Anyway, it's fascinating. I think the largest one is in Colorado or Utah. I can't remember. So you can see how muddy this is, and it's really not even that bad right now because this is really rocky soil. But in places it can get kind of gross, and I don't really, it's unfun. It's not fun to walk in, but also it can sort of tear up the trail. Just sort of keep an eye over my shoulder. Look at this. I think this is clematis, is what Traveling Mel, my wife, said the other day when we were out on a hike. Look at that. Beautiful purple color. And I'm going to have to get a couple videos here. Of me taking videos for the Instagram and for the YouTube shorts. I think clematis is a kind of vine. I love hearing the birds calling as well. Here's the area I was thinking of it's going to be up here on the right. That they did some clearing, I think. believe it or not, it's, what is it, mid-May? I forgot to tell you, it's about 37 degrees, 30 degrees Celsius, about 9 in the morning. I tried to do that at the beginning, sorry. Anyway, we're mid-May, and these trees, oh, beautiful. I'll tell you in just a minute, this is so peaceful, I'm gonna let it ride here. One of the things I don't often think about until I'm in the moment when I'm out here in spring is it's not just the leaves and the flowers and the warmth that comes up, it's the smells too. Deep in winter, there's not a lot of smells generally. But now that the soil is getting damp and thawing and the leaves and flowers are coming out, here's a little, I think this is a glacier lily. Hold on. It's a pretty little one. Hopefully that'll dry out and come back. There's a couple of them. You'll get into these areas where there's just a kind of a carpet of them. Here's a bunch right here. Several, anyway. But the smell is just lovely, and you get all these sort of, the wine people talk about all the different notes of a wine. Well, that all starts in the soil and its environment, and you get these notes of various things, and my nose is not particularly skilled or sensitive to those things, but still fun to pick out what smells are which. Oh, look at this. Isn't this a joy? Just a joy to be out here, and I'm glad I get to share it with people. You can hear the squishing of my boots in the mud, or the what is that, bracken, sort of the dead leaves and grass. I love this camera. It's the Osmo Pocket 3 DJI. Osmo Pocket 3, sorry. But no camera is all things. There's no one size fits all tool. And one of the things that I would love to share with folks is just some of the close-up stuff, like with those moose. Would have been great to have been able to zoom in more. It was some of these birds, it'd be fun. Some of the flowers to get close-up shots. That's, I guess, a different channel, different theme, but still beautiful. I'm gonna spin you around. We're gonna look into the sun a little bit just to get another view of these aspen. Delightful. This big old pine tree. Lord knows how old that is. Been here for a long, long time. It's not a bad view either, is it? Oh, got some friends. Hi there, pups. I figured. I'm gonna pause just a second. Sorry about that. But it was a friend of ours, and he's got his 3 dogs. But it's always one of the great things about living here in a small community like this is you run into people you know everywhere. I guess that could be a negative in some people's view, but depending on if you like them or not. But we like most of our all the people we know. So, and you kind of have to embrace it anyway because, um, everybody's out here for similar reasons, I think. I also wanted to comment on that hillside. You might see a little tinge of yellow. And that, I believe, is arrowleaf balsam root. And I'll try to get out somewhere where we walk through that. And you get into these fields, so you can kind of see. And it's just stunning, the contrast of the green and the yellow. It's just really beautiful. So I usually think of them as a little later in the season, but I guess it's dry enough over there and warm enough to let them come out. Oh, just a beautiful, beautiful day here. I think you can start to hear the creek. There's a little marker here, trail marker for a cross-country route. My skills on the cross-country skis, and I've been doing it for a long time, are not, this is not a trail I would particularly enjoy cross-country skiing. Especially the downhills are narrow and straight, and especially if they've been tracked out a little bit, they get a little bit of crust to them, especially on the sides, and I can't really slow down very well. Get a little out of control, and that's not as much fun for me. You can see my friend had 3 dogs with him, which is reassuring when it comes to bear awareness. But you can see they're getting their muddy paws. It's a little soupy in spots. My wife, Traveling Mel, that's her online handle, Traveling Mel or Traveling Mel MT, mentioned that I should take the left route up here, which I have never shown you guys. So I think we will see if we can get across. I don't know if there's a bridge. There's a bridge here. It's just a log with little channels cut in it to let stuff drain off and let it last a little longer. But I'm also just going to let you see this creek for a second. What is so soothing about moving water? It's just delightful. So if you go to the right, there's no biking that direction because it goes into the wilderness area. That's where we used to take our kids up that way a lot. This is more of a stock crossing here. But if you take this route off to the left, it avoids the wilderness area, and you can walk and bike on it. You can walk on the other one too, but you can't bicycle. There's several different little streams coming together here. There's just a itty bitty one over there. I believe that usually dries up in the summer. Oh, good, we do have a bridge. Oh, you get that deep Montana forest smell. Oh, I love it. This is the eponymous. How do you say that? Anyway, Suce Creek. Oh, we'll get a closer look at that balsam root up here. This trail, if you follow it all the way, leads up to the Livingston Peak Trailhead, which is accessed from Myers River Road. I did a walk over there earlier, part of that road. And from there you can also access Livingston Peak. Here's, you can see the yellow up there. This is gonna get steep here, so I might be huffing and puffing a little bit. These little yellow berries are not the same as the flowers. I don't know what they are. Oh good, we're gonna get into some flowers here. Look at the light hitting this slope up here. Isn't that glorious? Look at these. These are the flowers I was talking about. Whew. You can see the arrow leaves here. Isn't that nice? And look, just over there, not much higher, You can see how low the snow has come. I mentioned it was 37 at the parking lot. And, you know, as you go up, it gets cooler. And it must have been cool enough to snow right over there. Oh my gosh. You can see the creek running through the forest down there. You can see the snow line even more clearly over there. And here it is, mid-May. A lot of people from other places come out here in May. They plan their trip to see Yellowstone and Glacier. And they're shocked when they get out here. And Yellowstone right now still has a bunch of snow. Glacier certainly does. They won't even open the going to the Sun Road until July. They come out here and it's 30 degrees and they're not dressed for it. They expect azaleas and warmth and summer weather, and it's just not. It's beautiful, it can be beautiful, it can also be a mess. Look at this. This is just lovely, lovely, delightful. Oh my gosh, look at the carpets of these flowers, especially when you get down level. And they're actually spaced out fairly well. You can see kind of closer. But when they're at eye level, it looks like just a field full of them. And there's a ton of them. All right, I want to thank you guys for joining me on this wonderful, wonderful springtime walk. I hope you'll come back and see me again. Leave me a comment in the comment section about places you might want to walk, or any helpful hints or kindly worded criticisms are also accepted. Share your memories, etc. And I always forget to do this until the end. Check out citywalksvirtualtours.com, and you can search for various walks by length and location, and keyword, of course. So we will see you again soon. I'll probably try to get to some more towns and get out of this particular little area, home area, in the next month or so. But until then, keep on stepping.